same mother who has been a thorn in the flesh of people who want to volunteer to help, confidently comes out to say, if you know, I did a family, apart from Ohemaa Woyeje, don't direct it to any other person. But you come up na koso.
Come up na Ohemaa wo ne maame ni di.
And I didn't think evangelist Lokenya Befa and went to me. That's a better.
Now I'll tell you who the real issue is coming from.
You don't know these streets like we do.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Street is Watching. This is our editorial. And because editorial now, the entire one to man can say, or your familiar face, but on your constant face. A German portfolio, the MC up in the building. Pot. Now say we free. Say we free.
So obi a sign am de minye bi. Obi a sign de minye bi.
It's just Diamond.
I mean that.
Well, this editorial is probably brought to you by www.mybet.africa, Aqua Blue Mineral Water. Of course, when you say Jupe, I send this free Yankee Brad downtown, a boys I what. I say, yes, ka. What you say? You should Jupe, you download now the promo code DJ Slim Hashem Troboom and get $10 discount on all your transactions. Now, in this editorial, we're going in on a subject matter that has been ayayariye kwankro. Eba bofuma say chronic. Yariye kwankro. Chronic. Okwa enko
cry
besa banti chronic. Na aye chronic ninti no e wo se etime ehwehwe mu yie na afi ehwe kwan ebetime tu ase once and for all. It has to do with a comfort Kwadee issue, and it has been one of the hot button issue on social media. Anytime there's a viral video of him that pops up, we seen in a condition worrying piano, then his conversation starts trending because I think Kwadee is one of the artists, the few artists that more Ghana music industry who did not even have when enough to develop haters.
I think so.
Yeah, I think Kwadee did not last long enough because haters.
It's true. I think so. What reminds me, so
he did not have.
I've realized that
he did not have a hater.
Not many people, or even industry people, would share any ugly encounter with Kwadee, ABRCC, and I say it was managed.
No, he never had. He never had. Means
but I'm here to know. I'm here to know Obia obetimi about like I said Kwadee to say any issue be by because the same era Lord Kenya also issues be yes Lord Kenya was like
Brafo issues be but you it's hard enough to hear, like it's hard, you can't even get any convo around or convo Kwadee in that light.
So what you imagine
bro and big ups to omo Kwadee aye adwuma nyina. This time around, the issue are a proper yet pressing last week's edition of United Showbiz. Ohemaa Woyeje made an appearance on the show, and I think 2 weeks ago there was a phone call that was placed on the show to Okomfo Kwadee's mom, of which Okomfo Kwadee mami Edi Eka says if anybody or narrated the whole issue, I mean Okomfo Kwadee issue nina ochiremu. It's one of a story that has been repeated constantly because 4 years ago, I also sat down with the mom and Hammer, Pure FM Kumasi, and we dived into. In fact, it was like okay for the culture.
Yeah.
It was like a 3-hour show.
I think you have one of the most in-depth documentary and engagement on the issue.
Deep. Ne mame bemu, ne papa bemu. We placed
you tackled all the factions that
every side of it. Yeah. We tackled it. Now, me own not a perception, my own analysis of the whole issue. Because being a DJ that has gone on tour with Okomfo Kwadee, to seeing him in rehab, to seeing him bounce back, and seeing him go back into rehab, me want my own analysis of the whole issue. But before I made a bet on, I just want us to watch a United Showbiz as Ohemaa Woyeje Ekoho and some of the utterances that came and I say some of the statements are a course for some of them kakra mommy yeba afi yebetwa discussion so e wo ha say
amene ha my very fine and amene ha na connection bia na ye nkuta hodi all the time no is about okomfo Kwadee. Basically it is a bia as Kwadee san ba viral na mu say nkoyi I quickly check on him. Hey, what is happening? Kwadee maybe our chairman said this and that's what's happening. And the mother to somebody introduced the mother to me to the mother from abroad, and then since then you kasa most of the time. And you know, the woman, I remember last year when Kwadee issue, you know, about viral, been time or call North. Apparently, I said no be call North no. Hama etre said, "Edu baby na sana Kwadee papa be free mono. Papa na kase on fa Kwadee run on so 1 or 2 bi. Emfanhye ne tebia no. But enumu na papa no e free mo. Enti na fa kwa say the guy was not under a care. So, you know, Kwadee be viral bia na there is no care. Because obviously I've said that there are so many people about them okrum. But kakra bi na enhye shirt nti ehu say we were about them. But we say who fine na say wona ma obi ntimi me kan che say nti no say even so bi was our issue no with regards to mental situation. It depends on the home and who is taking care of the person. Some people are kept like that at home. Ebia you be worry am no kra or be so your ba ebinom timi woni ade say care wo ho a. Nti Kwadee issue no said anya very difficult one when there is a care. And the kokoba as papa ne free mono as a osaba abonten bloggers taking advantage call interview no in certain situation no more and a babonten na kwakwa say nipa ne hia moa. And recently a saba abonten sa no people were calling me. I remember Shamodi Saliman, like some people were calling and na many musical president Besa Simon se kasaye or ma many be not cancel so edim kuta ho. And the people were all like, Charlie, let's do something to help Kwadee. Not because Kwadee, Hamanti or Kwadee's mother has come out to appeal for a financial support for Kwadee and care. But these were genuine people. They saw that the way the state or Muhu Kwadee no, a demand they say, yeah, be the boano. Until last week, I'm on Kwadee ma make a say na obo midino. I think that it didn't sit properly with Hamanti, and because of that, no, Hama. Didn't sit well. Well, you know, he is the person like officially. He has been taking care of Kwadee. Kwadee listens to him a lot, which me Sakura meaning. And the song we did with Kwadee, no, Hama na ni initiative. Kwadee raise say Ohemaa Woyeje track. Can we do something? And then Hama na. So we vibe together like we're very good. And you know, I think that just by the mother mentioning my name
last week Saturday.
Yes, you know, after that, you know, I had a vibe with Hammer, and he expressed it. That now the mother says if anybody has an information and that about Kwadee, they should contact Ohemaa Woyeje. And I am not ready to take anybody's position. Like, you know, I quickly yes. Yeah, quickly. Many mama kasa and the mother to another external family of Kwadee or Bema camp or Sojeni one yeah, or no so frame and all, but I told them that please, I respect Hammer a lot. He's a senior brother. I don't have any issues with him. Say Kwadee should pa on me kasa. Say Kwadee call off is obi be call to make us Ohemaa Woyeje. Ye be omo de nyama be me de nyama be call akoma nua be mo so memre no Ohemaa Woyeje shito. Until then we transacting na, you know, until I didn't like the fact that one and then when any anje home.
Do not friend or no friend.
Me they on the chat, so with the vibe. And so the last communication after that interview, you know, with Saturday interview, you know, she said that Sebia, I sent him a message that I want to call him like after my radio show, and I'll say about Kwadee here because any my minute can't Canada says the same, you know. So there will be information about Kwadee and support to be and family. You know, so quickly I told the musical guy in Binoska that no more person issue press statement blank put together, but they are making the whole thing look like it's a Sebia. Maybe I made me appeal for support for no, I've not taken anybody's 0.5 pesos. Nanka me cry me Diana me de eba, ain't you know. He has taken offense, and I don't even know how I will be blamed for that. Yes. That he has even sent letters to Angel FM, my station, that he demands an apology, that I have said that he has said he doesn't need anybody's financial support to take care of Kwadee. And that is the message. But he said he told me. He didn't tell them. But now if I don't say it, how do the people know why I'm backing off? What I say, people will still be calling me because I can say, Bibi ni ayem frel. It's a fair frel. Ohemaa.
Welcome back. So,
Asemu.
In 70 dollars. Na baby, I remember no, my member kakra na fiminja kasemu no ma na sesu. I was a bit disappointed. Make a video, no. May say I did not watch the whole show live, so excerpts of the video, and I think the time I more capture your comfort Kwadee the Ohemaa Woyeje team now or holding more capture comfort Kwadee. I think it's like a 40-minute long video, so I decided to watch every bit of it to understand what went on. Now. In fact, a video it was made clear that Hama Inti, who, to the best of my knowledge, is still the caretaker of Okomfo Kwadee until say a minya information be say Kwadee waira. Omzim Kophobia no police uniform the befan. But you see the omunim baby, that is what is being said. The message and almost circulate here. Ewo United Shoebiz. Me pacho.
Yes, of course.
United
Shoebiz. But they know the police is involved.
They know the police, like a group of people came there wearing police uniforms to pick him. But
okay, so we need to establish that clearly. A group of people in police uniform.
Yes.
So we can't say they are police for. Okay. That's
what you say.
Those are two different things.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because omo pe police for so a group of boys and as a group of people almost police uniform by
until proven otherwise. For now that is how we can establish the whole. Yes.
So no right. Now the substantive case Ohemaa Woyeje involvement in Okomfo Kwadee a situation is here.
Right.
I think she came in when the video the second viral video. In fact, the everyone said the first viral video for this year because year be biba. So I say last year bako by. No, last year I think the two or three of them. Two of them in a PA. This year, the first one for this year, a PA na so your performance be on a boy ba could be as or mixing as a unwe mic no say so. That was when Ohemaa Woyeje came into the picture. Now, on only person Chirimu say or by with good intention to help. That is what she said. Me paraphrasing in same nina. Me I'm not going verbatim. Me paraphrasing nina. Now with good intention to help, the first person of contact would have to be Hama, who she knows say on the year Okomfo Kwadee. Inti Hama Inti, not Hama of the last two, Hama Inti. So now she reaches out to Hama through the same medium or reaching out to Hama when she wanted a feature from Okomfo Kwadee.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Ohemaa Woyeje has reached out to feature Okomfo Kwadee.
Yes.
Like in his down moments, yeah, and now they have a.
Oh, that was last. No, before Okomfo Kwadee birthday, you know, cry in a big war, Royal Ameta war.
And they say it's around time and issues say poppy bar.
Then issues say poppy bar. Now if he was stabilizing Okomfo was fit. Okomfo was driving. I hope you remember.
Oh yes,
now,
yes, of course.
Okomfo he hammer the car or drive near that.
No, the struggle yinim nyina ma no safe nim nyina ma say on fanko chele kakra.
Yeah.
As part of the therapy process near there.
Bro. So now that same medium now reaching up to Hammer and the conversation about comfort shemu and then insensing because yenim say bi or yare no Hammer hwa then yehu video as was share some obscure place be sa na man
in a tattered outfit and all that. Okay.
Na no so different nti me intela me peke o yes I mean the conversation went on and Hammer explained whatever happened because apparently Okomfo papa efrimu and there was a call for him to, not a call for him, I think he decided to go back to the hometown for a ceremony or something like that happened. Video na yehu ye no enye esrem. That video is Kumasi. That is one thing people don't know. The viral video that we saw, na enye esrem na Kumasi. There is another one. In fact, there are 2 or 3 of them are blogger biko stream. That was when ne papa na
yes, that is Nana Bafo. Yes, I remember.
And no dear, and no stream. But the viral one are not Tewa no cry mic no. And no omchirima ye Kumasi. NEC.
Right.
And according to the intel, Okonfo has been in Kumasi from last year June. So the who this year no can't be a video. Yede or stream. Yankani nyina mfua. The trigger Ohemaa Woyeje so obeba UTV say obekba beka so ahoro ne nsa firi Okonfo hwemu nyina no. And I say process bi anyasa ne hwem as in kwan ya fa so opeso wo de boa no. Opeso ahoro ne nsa she wants to back off. That is what she's saying.
Right.
Ninyina no stand for the fact that on a Hama Edim Common, Hama is of the view say, oh, yeah, I'll be help in taking care of a comfort Kwadee. He's been doing that on one own. You get it? Oh, yeah, Obia moi. Now, Ohemaa Woyeje goes on radio and in her submission says, Hama, esi oh, yeah, Obia moi. Of which it was like a confidential conversation. Now that is where it gets tricky because so we here will be are there any videos of
the said Yatuna JJ Mukakra. So I understand the consensus raised.
Okay. Exactly.
Right.
And then that triggered issue between and also Masa. Go and render an unqualified apology to myself and my entity. In fact, Otroko, Angel, ABN, and also Trauma, Ohemaa Woyeje, Oman lawyer strong because you can't put my name in disrepute like that because for all these years, I've been doing this for the young man. And I've not come to you for a dime or a penny. So all the information, I mean, them amount privilege, it makes me look what I say
a certain way.
Exactly.
The eyes of people understand.
Exactly.
Understand.
Because any information I'm the mouse fakoyede fakoto abontin. So now eno san komono ena ama yegina baby ede
yegina
sisi.
Interesting.
Portfolio onim hu bi.
Because I'm in the movie, but you put it rightly. What I'm in the movie means
because
like I'm privy to certain information and developments.
Yes.
But because I'm in the movie, in connection with this issue, I'm equally as lost as many other people who are. But okay, see, I wouldn't say me. We've been in a way distantly or in a way involved in Kwadee, in a therapeutic process and all that. And whether we like it or yes, in Obia one inadequacies. Whether we want to see a flaw in how Hamanti has handled Kwadee, let's still give it up for the gentleman because Adena Sebi yesi enyo obi de ne omo otwi enyo
bibi ni obi
de wa ye ni ye Adena Hamanti ayama legendary Okonfo Kwadee sebi wo seka wo ni shoes ma minjin di se obeye. Nanka, you see, sometimes one of the misconceptions. So let's also divulge into this, that the misconception around the hammer or Okonfo Kwadee handle. I think it's I want to choose my words carefully. But it's very funny and ridiculous for anyone to think that Hamanti is benefiting from Kwadee in any way. This would come across as the most ridiculous statement I'll ever hear. Because in any case, the commercial value of Kwadee in our current music dispensation, bro, tell me, I'm not saying he's worth nothing, please. I mean, choose my words carefully. But if there's anything or any legend at this point in time worth investing with the intent of recouping any form of investment, it's not Okomfo Kwadee in its current state. Whether you disagree with me or not, that is my take. Because Sebi, even Obra Fomukwa, they are life active, sane, crampono. Their market value in our current dispensation, even if you say so a legend, on
Cadlock,
investing in him and they say, you can't even break even. It will only be on the fact that say, oh, let's relive moment. But the over answer be the investment based we say, oh yeah, Pamuka concert man now man for aba. But if you say oh the run in music business near the in this Patronian the back. And so let's even shoot it out. Perhaps the intent. Check Hamanti's track record. He has always had a soft spot for the pioneering generation. Naturally.
Exactly.
The first man in history of Ghana, our presenter, he even pays people to interview them.
Yes.
Theo, he pays people who don't have clouds around their brand, interview them, give them first class treatment, flies them over to his studio, interviews them, give them the most amazing treatment they have never had in their entire career. I can stick my neck out for that.
Oh, legends in the baby trans. Be all senior man back who say me back on what trans you say. Dear Hamaya man or two no be a crying yes, I didn't for interview.
Everything that is supposed to be in music's welfare policy, Hamanti is the only Ghanaian. Others might be doing it. But we've watched the degree and the magnitude of investment he makes in these allegiance who have been forgotten, who have no commercial value worth attracting any form of investment. Hamanti provided every welfare package that musica and our music body and institution and regulatory body are supposed to provide to our pioneers. But that gentleman, now check the number of people who the medical roles. Amanti bia on a sort of medical bills.
And you better.
Me pacho sanko for no what na say even cry apart from the NPFM. What do you want them to YouTuber? Me can be bia say untimi recoup even $100 from their interviews.
Exactly.
Because we the social media active generation are not interested in their stories unless they got receipt free. So what benefit does this gentleman gain?
Yeah.
And so for someone on your bibusuani, and you comfort Kwadee Nkwa no yemano. So if anyone thinks, say Hamanti yes I do more comfort Kwadee Nkwa, me pacho nyo no nkwa.
Say yes you be ni mu an ofre
akwabi. Entina me pese me establish say if you think say Hamanti is trying to be ebia or territorial over Kwadee is one of the countless people who are receiving welfare benefit from that gentleman. On also ne tight no. On also on no nim the that is why God continue to bless that man. Go and see how people sob, legends sob. Anytime Hamanti me bibi mo blues but you life money now like you've not experienced this before.
W. Now,
let's also roll out the things that Hamanti was doing for Kwadee as part of the therapy process because mind you, rehab wakodebi. Did they bring out any solution?
No.
Okay. There are a lot of efforts. At this point in time, no one should tell me say Kwadee issue near financial because there has been a financial assistance provided enough. Now, therapy process. Now, a government of Ghana currently being yes out. So therapy process. Oh, sorry, no pa. One of the mental states, Kwadee always want to feel like the superstar that he is. Okay. Yeah, my own Kwabontin Kobo shows. What I say, and let me also put it on record that there is no receipt of any commercial activity Hamanti de Kwadee.
Yeah.
Let's establish that. Ghanaians who say Hamanti for Kwadee commercial activity biya. On finding Konkobo show. In fact, sometimes when promoters call him and offer certain checks, he is the one that tells them, say, yes, but this is the situation. This is the situation. And Tinyeso or Konikobo show bina Sammy Mepacho Yamao 1 billion old Ghana city said Fafa artist near the idea. What you say? Say me jidi say oh chicha you wouldn't me nyini say all day. Say na be myself the kofa Kwadee. What you say? Inti Mepacho yenye yi. Na obi ama we ho abode to yourself.
Whole mansion.
Or the care si hamo.
Kesuo.
He has registered a lot of restaurants in Kumasi here. Say anytime Kwadee passes through, say Obe passes through 10 times a day. I just check my bill. Every week I'll come from my bill. Every restaurant in Kumasi, Obe boyra hose okudidi. Kwadee sometimes Kwadee wants to drive around and all that. Into no Ken. Say Ken Boss FM or Abuchi or
Ken, yeah.
Okay, say because of insanity, anytime he wants to drive around, they are one in chain. Midisika go safe no. Go wherever you want to go as part of the therapy process. The most amazing part of it is that anytime Kwadee wants to feel like a superstar, now I come high stage. Now they are fear now they are man on what sister stage on high live band a man the whole day. Now we now
perform.
Nipa ni ho on a band nkwa, which he does very often as part of the therapy process.
Yeah.
But ka ediena onya free sad you.
Zero.
Among ni mo na sebi unyi nipa ya I said I know say you may raise concerns say but on tiase me I've dined with Hammer at the place or Neri place or transformations.
Yeah.
Or Abude TUC hon. Kwadee to or any Kwadee to. Unya ha akwani timi sorry no afraid nadamfo mechanism Ken. Hammer ni didn't know way amami. E dey na open free me ho. Ultimate charges out. He doesn't understand why Hammer is going every length for him. Inti nadru said be break nadru cry say I didn't Hammer dey here. I didn't know way mami. Sometimes on one cry the gentleman doesn't want to be helped. And I yasa amandijino from certain company induce no money and nyoma a trigger.
Exactly.
And to do no say in doing that no or no sometimes when he move to me full Hammer he sees Hammer as someone or no moment the episode sabotage no. Hammer sere because on him say the mental state in your okay. Do you know that how wild and violent and aggressive or comfort Kwadee can get on Hammer sometimes?
People don't know.
On Beka.
People don't know.
Ultimately disrespecting Hammer. Na Hammer sere because we know say a therapy.
Yeah.
And no come. And I didn't know evangelist Lokenya Befa and went to me. That's a better. I said Lokenya Befa.
What to be?
But do you know how many people proud to Hammer intervening? No maba.
Oh.
These people had parochial interest. No more percent or mudi kobo shows.
Yes.
Young go for be buy no percent mudi kobo shows. Now, let's come to one of the most amazing things that Hammer did. That he got the whole industry, people who mattered to Kwadee to come together to celebrate Kwadee's on a birthday or mental. And on more mobile program, Mia Behu said, Hamanti, Nyankopon namne so aye Kwadee nyame.
Yeah.
Has constantly tried to get, and let me also applaud Sir Kwadee's indirect involvement in Kwadee's healing process. I think Hammer, I don't know if Hammer engaged him one way or the other, but after so on in a year, you know, when Sir Kwadee Kinsa came to Kumasi, he insisted that all his rounds, Kwadee joined him. Or Kwadee obey no pressure party or something. Oh, there was Sir Kwadee has been distantly involved in the because Kwadee feeling like the superstar and the idol that he is to him.
True.
And I was insisting the birthday he was even supposed to come. I'm saying BBC.
But I grab by Fabie by.
A lot of people came. Yeah. What I said, the old friends, Joe Fraser and everything, what I said, they all came to support media people, they didn't know how he spent. So, I feel say, even if we let it, Ohemaa Woyeje say me. One, for someone I also want wrong, sir, every or comfort Kwadee. Maybe state grounds.
I also say, none the grounds none of us which you mean.
Say how much we here be.
There be no. Say a back also friction between Onone Hammer. She wants to back off.
But everyone can read in between the lines that about your utterances are subtle to Hammer.
Exactly.
Because if you tell me, say, privileged information when they about us, Hammer so here will be. Sometimes so because so here will be. Now that issue be by say munyina mo bo edin ba kope. Hamanti, right?
Exactly.
Into obi koye involved that. who is to blame, whose umbrella and any punish. And the open say be near you who how you are catering for the because now what roll out or they handle nipa no therapeutic process. And to say be third party be ba na same because ya wo hamani e bobo di.
Exactly.
And to what he has openly let Ghanaian know say and yes what hide no. Say obi abefana kwa yenim nipa o won nche. Bahama has openly let the world know say the gentleman is under his custody. Parents know near there. You see, me nyina akoba no. I hate to always involve the mother in this, but sometimes it gives me room to wonder, say, can we ascertain or authenticate that the woman in question is the biological mother of Kwadee? Biological, 9 months. I'm not him no through the pain because it leaves us, you know, I am not a higher kakra say.
Bro, I know you.
Who wouldn't want the best for the award? Ya tackle adeno medical, financial, hamantia daroma, nyakupon namne so aye all that you could. Mo say aye better no mefa Kwadee nkwa. Mo mefa nko 1 week. 1 week.
Come with Johnny.
Se mutimi hande no financially, behaviorally utimi a ho na obomu se. Oh flowers are Janefa gardening na mahamanti.
Bro, I was shocked. Some of the utterances that happened on UTV and said the Omokasa, sometimes when they are talking about pundits and people want to smear punditry a little bit, allowed to a certain degree because, bro, if you've ever seen or comfort in that state before, menye sure so be can somehow kind that. And to see how Hama has been able to deal with this gentleman, or comfort Kwadee through that process we munyina menye sure so be boni in that light.
Me say odi hamanti me kan che me say
menye sure
hamanti me kan che me say o handle comfort Kwadee odi benefit we and when you're free sad now we know
nkomo ba ku bia na epie was like omuni obi di nkomo and the people were like, oh, they've been sending almost send this ikako. Made the mother's issue, I'll talk about it later. But how I not almost smear or almost throw dirt on Hamanti's brand and me being closer to her action. I was there through OM's time. I've been there. I mean, I've been there. Minim die wom. Bro. I didn't know. Yeah.
Na Haman cry so cry.
Bro. Let me tell you.
I said, you see, and he can't, and no more build the bond beyond. It will be sad to leave Kwadee in the hands of people who don't understand him inside out. Say, it have moved beyond just the medical side. Sometimes there's a level of connection and no manipano. Hamanti knows how to get Kwadee to calm down at a point in time.
And Ohemaa Woyeje. Okay. Or say Hama is the only person that Okomfo Kwadee listens to. But why do you think he's the only person he listens to? So on Nkofo Biblia sign. I didn't think Hama penuti. Why? There has to be a reason. But yentino. Every time you are being pushy, cause I will say obinya bibi mu ansa no waye bibi. I want us to wow, sad session will be. Just take that thing out of your mind. And now let us focus on the real issue. Now I'll tell you who the real issue is coming from. Obia or ne or comfort Kwadee sign bia beka cho say ma men na problem. Me busa ma men straight away. 4 years ago, I sat with the mother straight on. Na me busa and say, "Mami, yes, wo na wo ye uban." Unim said ye me busa me question no. E tu se tu no. Me dabi o me kan wo chi o. Wanim na me busa wo direct de wo ka. And I'm going to add a link to that interview because it's quite an extensive interview. Mama, yes, wo na ye uban. Ne answer no. What the better ye beba. 2, me, and I believe it's not it is not spiritual. Even if it's coming from the man, it will not be spiritual. But the constant interference with people who want to help
raises a lot of eyebrow. Raises a lot of eyebrow. This one, Kwadee, don't even push it back. It raises eyebrow.
You best start here free OM Studios.
Bro.
Ne maame na anka se duru ba bi timi ko hoko charge se da bi monyi ne ba ne free home pese ne OM enyi ne nsem free ne ba no so boa pese o de boa no na on kofa na ne ba na free rehab ono e kofa no okofa ne wie ya na pum ye se hu viral videos a ote ba bi o hye nram ba bi mo bi meso confirm sisi maame ne be piaba. So when Hammer was going through that, when Hammer started, minya yankabetia Hammer na so boy penyina onim biewom, and na mi so minim say yem. Now, if a comfort Kwadee gets all the donation in the world that ne hoton is of which the healing process has been up and down, and then what, and there are medical bills that has to be foot because ohienro.
Yeah.
Sanro no. Is it aboafo na de beba de bia na say is it going to stem out of the craft? What you say? Sane ho aton. O active, otimi ye adwuma, meboa. Obeye adwuma na de ahwe ne ho, anase obeda obekoso ada amanfo enase no wanya sika e de ahwe ne ho. How is it going to be like? So there needs to be a plan. E was say sane ho tona. Why be first way integrating it back into society for him to get back to whatever he's doing, and I say obetimenya another source of livelihood, whether it's the music or another thing altogether. It has to be properly engineered, and that has always been the friction.
So,
and no ne mami gidi say me ti o imbacho me kasa eno ne mami gidi say se amanfo bi claim se omo send sika ba why ho ne kusi why ho ene kusi is the mother benefiting financially from it to the extent say NAS ye beba be integrated na many rural society mama no one kasa self sufficient there na mama mbongu because onwa self sufficient MBB.
So in this case, people are of the view that Okomfo Kwadee's mom behave like baby mama or highly dependent on the baby daddy or used to Akrano as a bait.
I'm telling you.
And you know, fight for custody of Akrana. Because on send this kind of thing, so that is exactly how I think people assume that the mother is behaving. Because on what ground, a relief that something that wasn't kept up. Now can you entitlement say okra mama no beba atabisu say enya wabusu ni because enya wabusu asem. But you have people who have shown genuine love towards someone or a national tester. Omunya ne son faso. And omunya ne son faso and kamamini yesi ame patron kameti azio. Please let's establish this caveat. No, exploitation.
So, there's been people that have come into the picture according to the interview. There are people that have come into the picture. Shows 300 cities. There are people who did that. But you ask yourself, say the man in question, has he ever done that? Is there a track record of that?
And let's also establish that ever since whoever in question before Kwadee, who improvement asa formed out.
Yes. True.
The association of the Yahoo.
Yes. There are two people. I think maybe time and maybe who I saw OM time.
OM there saw the no rehab.
Yes.
What you say?
I saw OM.
Good.
And myself who hamanti.
Yes, but OM there no. On say wa ma process na wi.
Yes.
But it was conspicuous in our eye, the process, the healing process and the recovery process of Okomfo Kwadee under the umbrella of Hamanti, which was so clear for everyone to see that the gentleman has regained any form of consciousness, maybe not to the mass, but physically you could see say everything
Oshe no the pictures, Oshe na nim. Said wa pick body.
You have to find that picture in
birthday pictures. The pictures.
He under Hamanti, he became much more appealing in person and in personality than when he was Kwadee in his prime.
Yes.
Not Yarenim Bana can vouch on it. Yes. Anyone can say the healing process under Hamanti. Any a year you know a resource you know. He looked more appealing than when he was Kwadee in his prime. I won't develop his mental situation.
True.
Why don't you give a man his garden? Not even flowers. And let me also say, yakone medical, so yakone hwan. Then Fab Hamantina, you know. And let me also bring my darling goddess Ohemaa Woyeje into this conversation. Say, I did a chicken so say. This whole same mother who has been a thorn in the flesh of people who want to volunteer to help confidently comes out to say, if you know, I did a family who apart from Ohemaa Woyeje, don't direct it to any other person. But you come up na koso. Why does the mother all of a sudden feel so confident in making you now the channel through which we can engage anything around Kwadee?
The 4 years ago, no, or can the same thing. Abraham Hamato. Into what changed? What changed?
So I feel say yes, ebi Ohemaa per se ebi or then who be involved drama. And I said I understand that.
Yes.
But some of the utterances feel say as a volunteer. So that is why I want to ask the question. Be how can I say? When Ohemaa Woyeje reached out to Hama for the first time, or expressed concerns about how collectively on me handle Kwadee. Did she say? I'm just asking if that was the conversation. Did she say she has people who are expressing interest in helping?
Oh, yes.
And I said she, in her capacity as Ohemaa Woyeje, wants to be part of helping Kwadee. What is the issue?
Bro, on her TikTok and even in the live radio shows as well, Kansa said there are people who want to help, and then or no UTV show we are some na be a UTV show also or you music for Besa Simons Benoska mu go for din.
Come on here. I said that music common election crow muntimi enye common election na o de Kwadee.
May say. I just want to say this, and my sweet sister Ohemaa Woyeje, you know, you can attest the level at which and the type of expenses I call into a Kwadee healing process when he was under Hama. I will say this, sir. I'm sure maybe if you have that amount of money even in your account, sure Sasa process sure. So if there's somebody who's done it, and knowing perfectly that somebody has invested this amount of money in, Senkone Hama, you should, it should be you, Hama, and the mom. For a smooth and easy transition. I know never say akoma pa bi kra yeden ewu moti say like emenase po bi nim obi nye grieved and bisa. You get what I'm trying to say? For a smooth transition, you should have insisted say ma asama wo kan die me pese Hama yeden
di mu tinti mine because me bad minim say bra no de why no what you say. So I'm sure there is something more. And what I like how Ohemaa Woyeje tries to be diplomatic. She might have issues with Hama in connection to her, but I think it's still some of us are yet dot connectors. No? We still know that there's something lingering. That's goddess Ohemaa Woyeje. You are not telling us. Because for the mom to confidently say, apart from Ohemaa Woyeje, there be the no. When obia pemi bana wan fan fo obia so biem die. Na oba bonti deny sir. I don't know, bibi koso. And ebi afe na wachi someone adwen there. Mayehu. What they say, omeyehu de. Now the bottom line of the issue. Okay, see, time. No matter how woke you think you are, no matter how woke you audience want to prove that you are, there is no way we can deal with African issue the non-African way. some of us, we believe strongly in spirituality, whether you want to canalize it or not. Ebusua bia
ewo ne bibi ho
ewo bebia ne tishe ebusua bia ewo ade a oye ebo achi wade ebusua bia ewo ukọ samba bia afia bia Christianity bana ebusua bia wo bia ye ton ebusua ne mu nyam nyina de ne kọ said the bear oba fulfill a certain level of responsibility be obian so wo nipa yo nipa so a u page mu no utia ne nan so a unless sad no what reconcile with sad no you are never going to be like you were. Whether me per se say oh yeah work people will come at me or be I'm a person in the spirit near the but some of us who have seen, we are not so spiritual people, but we have seen spiritism work in certain instances, and that was the only way out and solution to bailing the person in question from the situation. We are picking intels of people who, in quote, allegedly have done things with Okonfo. That's a certain level of violation, and the people are saying they were not going to forgive Okonfo Kwadee. These allegations, and I receipt on the internet, as to whether those are true or not, meaning. The mother constantly coming in, and these are novelists, very spiritual people. Every noveler knows what I'm talking about, that there's an element of spiritism that has to be involved in this thing. Someone has to make peace with someone, maybe. Someone needs to reconcile with someone, maybe. Someone needs to connect back to a family deity and do bibia onye and also on person obey sad no, but the deity is forcing the person in question to do sad no. And yes, onya fahudie. Ebusia bia bako se muntie mu a ode ahoden beye.
Emfa.
Ode usika beye.
Emfa.
Ode unuro beye.
Emfa.
Ode media beye.
Emfa.
Ni nyina yemfa nye. Pacho yemfa nye.
Dey so ya na ate afaso.
Ifidie free. Ye hunamani no.
You see it's said to be right one side.
A word to the wise. It's not comfort Kwadee chrome.
It's in the north. You never see I say subsequently you better to na fe more update or comfort Kwadee issue no. I say hey, street is watching. Come into the comment section, let me know what you think about. Most importantly, keep it real because the street is definitely watching.
You don't know these streets like we do.
We show.